She never expected to meet a man who could turn her world upside down. As the young CEO walked into the cafe, her eyes landed on a humble single dad, juggling a toddler on one hand and a stack of resumes on the other. He seemed ordinary, even struggling, but something about him caught her attention. She was confident, powerful, and used to getting what she wanted, but love was a game she had never played carefully. Until now, when sparks ignited between them, the CEO's instincts kicked in. She had heard rumors about his financial struggles and insisted he sign a prenup before they took their relationship further. To her, it was a simple precaution. He was poor after all, and she wasn't taking chances with her empire. But what she didn't know was a secret that could change everything. This single dad wasn't just making ends meet. He was the heir to a billion-dollar fortune, a fact he had kept hidden for reasons only he knew. As their relationship deepened, small cracks of suspicion began to appear. Could love survive under the weight of hidden truths and unspoken wealth? Or would their romance crumble the moment reality came crashing in? What happens next might shock you, and it all starts with a secret that no one saw coming. Behind the single dad's quiet smile was a life full of challenges and sacrifices. He had raised his child alone, working long hours and taking every odd job he could find, never letting anyone see the struggles he faced. To the world, he appeared ordinary, just another man trying to survive, but beneath that calm exterior, he carried a secret legacy that could rival the CEO's empire. His inheritance wasn't just money. It was a symbol of a family history he had promised to keep private, a past tangled with power, responsibility, and expectations he wasn't ready to confront. The CEO, on the other hand, thrived on control. Every decision, every deal, every relationship was measured and calculated. Yet, something about him made her reckless. She found herself laughing more, staying longer, and feeling emotions she hadn't allowed herself in years. Every stolen glance, every shared moment, deepened the connection. And the more she tried to protect herself with rules and the prenup, the more vulnerable she became. Neither of them realized that the truths they hid from each other were slowly closing in. One small mistake, one whispered secret, could unravel the fragile trust they were building. And the question hung in the air. When the truth finally came out, could love survive? Or was it already on borrowed time? As days turned into weeks, the tension between them grew in ways neither expected. The CEO tried to maintain control, setting boundaries and carefully measuring every word, while the single dad walked a delicate line, hiding his true wealth and family legacy. At work, she faced mounting pressure from board members who questioned her personal choices, whispering that falling for a man so beneath her could damage her reputation. At the same time, he dealt with his own challenges, friends and distant relatives, pressing for a glimpse of the fortune he had promised to protect. Unaware of the life he had built with his child, their worlds collided in small but significant ways. A simple lunch could become a battlefield of unspoken truths. A shared smile carried the weight of secrets neither was ready to reveal. The child became an unexpected bridge between them, a reminder of innocence and trust amidst the growing tension. Yet even that fragile connection couldn't hide the looming storm. If the CEO discovered the truth about his inheritance too soon, would it feel like betrayal? And if he revealed it, would her pride and empire allow her to forgive him? Every interaction was layered with suspense, every conversation a dance of caution. Their hearts were intertwined, but the shadow of hidden wealth and unspoken expectations threatened to pull them apart at any moment. Every moment they spent together seemed charged with unspoken questions and hidden truths. The CEO found herself drawn to him in ways she couldn't explain, her carefully constructed walls beginning to crumble. She noticed the little things, the way he listened intently when she spoke, how his child's laughter lit up even her busiest days. But the prenup she had insisted on still lingered between them, a silent reminder that trust was fragile. Meanwhile, the single dad struggled to keep his secret buried. Invitations to lavish events and whispers from distant relatives reminded him daily of the empire he was heir to, and every time the CEO mentioned money or her business, a knot tightened in his stomach. He wanted to be honest, to show her who he really was, but fear held him back. He didn't want to lose what they had built together, even if it meant continuing the deception. Then came the night that would change everything. A sudden business crisis forced the CEO to confront a harsh truth about loyalty and trust. While a chance encounter threatened to expose his hidden fortune, the tension between them reached a breaking point, hearts racing with anticipation, words unsaid hanging like a storm cloud. In that charged moment, everything they had fought to hide, protect, and control teetered on the edge, and the question loomed. Could love survive when the truth finally came crashing in? Just when it seemed the tension had reached its peak, an unexpected twist threw everything into chaos. The CEO received a confidential tip about a potential threat to her company, a scandal that could ruin her reputation overnight. She had to act fast, juggling high-stakes decisions and her growing feelings for the single dad. Meanwhile, he faced a dilemma of his own. Someone from his past had discovered fragments of his billion-dollar inheritance and was closing in, demanding answers he wasn't ready to give. Their worlds, once carefully separated, began colliding in dangerous ways. A simple misunderstanding spiraled into suspicion, and the CEO started noticing inconsistencies in his stories, small hints she had overlooked before. Every glance, every message, now carried double meanings, and the line between trust and doubt blurred. His child, once a symbol of innocence and connection, became a reminder of the consequences of secrets left unchecked, that as they struggled to protect each other while keeping their own secrets. The stakes escalated, the tension became almost unbearable, and every choice felt like a gamble with their hearts, their trust, and their futures. Just when it seemed like they might finally confront the truth, a shocking revelation from an unexpected source threatened to change everything, leaving both of them questioning who they really knew and who they could truly trust. The truth finally came crashing down in a moment neither of them could have predicted. During a tense board meeting, the CEO confronted the single dad, her voice steady but her heart racing. She had pieced together the clues, the subtle gestures, the whispered calls, the secrecy that had always made her uneasy. And then he revealed everything: the billion-dollar inheritance, the family legacy he had kept hidden, and the reason he never mentioned it before. The shock was immense, but so was the relief. The deception had been born out of fear, not betrayal, and the sincerity in his eyes left no room for doubt. Just as they began to reconcile, a new twist emerged. The person who had been threatening to expose his inheritance appeared, claiming a legal right to a portion of the fortune. The couple was forced to unite, combining her business acumen with his knowledge of family law, to outmaneuver the unexpected challenge. Together, they navigated the storm, their bond strengthened by the trials they had faced, proving that trust and love could survive even the heaviest burdens. By the end, the CEO and the single dad had not only uncovered the full truth, but had also discovered a deeper respect and partnership in each other. And yet, as they walked away, a mysterious letter arrived for him, hinting that this was far from the end. A secret, even bigger than the billion-dollar inheritance, was still waiting in the shadows.